Welcome back. Welcome in. We are live. BMW Championship, little round 3, 36-hole update, talking our bets, talking some more bets that we're going to add, talking Max Homa. Do you know the whole 9 yards? It's been a great week of content. I flew back in Denver to Newark. We had a flight at 6:30 in the morning. So I got back around like 2 p.m. Eastern time. It was both ways I had the middle seat. So that was kind of a gritty flight, but we bucked up, we got there, and we are looking solid through 36. Ludwig Aubert, 28-1, is in a great spot. So first I want to talk the golf course from day 1 to day 2. Today is a lot more of what I expected after being there for 48 hours of walking the golf course to 40,000 steps. From what I saw a golf course that was going to be receptive. I saw a golf course that was going to yield a ton of birdies. And in day 1, there were birdies out there for sure, but there weren't that many birdies out there. And the rain came overnight, as it did every single night during the week. And it's really softened up the golf course even more. We saw a ton of birdies. I agreed with Vegas's number of 23 under. I'm not sure if we're going to get there now, but you guys can see what I was seeing. Like 63s don't just come in BMW championships and in events so often. And we saw 2 today, and you saw how easily you can score if you're playing from the fairway. If you're playing from the fairway, you have a ton of wedges, you have a ton of scoring clubs, and you can score. So I will say, over the weekend, I'm expecting, at least from what the weather is showing and what I'm expecting and what I've asked around, I don't think that it's going to rain overnight, but from being in Colorado for a week, those showers and those windy spurts, they come out of literally nowhere. It's like similar to predicting the weather in Scotland. It just like wasn't, you couldn't predict it. It just kind of happened out of nowhere. So what I'm going to do in that sense is hold off on those underdog props. I won yesterday, won today. So shout out if you tailed on those. And I never, ever, ever bet underdog. I know it's a sponsor, but I think it's the worst possible way to bet golf. It's great for other sports for sure, but golf, I think it's donating money. But there were some opportunities. The scores, the props that they posted were a little wrong in my opinion. So it's been a great 2 rounds. Obviously, Ludwig is there with a 63, and this man's leading the field in birdies. He's tied for first in birdies, and he made back-to-back doubles on 9 and 10 yesterday. And from what he said with Kira Dixon after the round, he said they were aggressive mistakes, and he's not upset about it. And if he's saying they're aggressive mistakes, then like, all right, you're going for birdies. It happens. I mean, you can't put a 60-degree wedge in the water from 100 yards on 10 like he did yesterday, but we bounced back. We got it. He's not the live favorite. Adam Scott is live favorite. And a few people asked me if I saw anything from Adam Scott over the week to be like, how could you predict this? I mean, when you gain 7.5 strokes putting through 2 rounds, I don't know if there's any predicting that. But no, I didn't see anything from Adam Scott that would tell me that he was going to gain 7 strokes putting in 2 rounds. He looked fine out there. He didn't look anything crazy, but I don't think it's going to hold over 2 more rounds. He's leading the field in putting. I believe he's still leading the field in putting. Let me just double check. He is, first in putting, gaining 6.9 now. But he's hitting the ball well. Like, no beef to Adam Scott. I like Adam Scott. I just don't think that will hold. I really do not think that will hold. Hold on. I got to share this link with the people. So 1 second, one second, and then we're going to bring up the leaderboard and bring up some live bets. All right. So here's the leaderboard. We got it right here. Obviously, Adam Scott, what I was just getting into, Ludwig I talked about, and I think he is playing well enough to win this golf tournament. His X factor for me was off the tee. When I watched him on Monday and Tuesday, or Tuesday and Wednesday, he was not hitting his driver or 3-wood well at all. But he was striping the irons. He was making a ton of putts, looked really comfortable out there on the greens. And I was saying to myself, nah, I can't bet Ludwig. I can't bet Ludwig. I'm not liking what I'm seeing with his off the tee. But his number kept drifting. And if there's anyone who's going to figure it out off the tee, it's Ludwig, and that's happening thus far. He's gaining a stroke and a half off the tee, 14th, and this is really what matters, driving accuracy. If he can hit fairways going into the weekend, he's going to be more than live. Like I said, leading the field in birdies. It was just those 2 mistakes. Like, he made his bogey today, too, was a 3-putt from, how far was it? A 3-putt from 33 feet. Like, that's just, come on. Like, what are we doing here? And then his mistakes here. This was he drove it OB. That deserves a double bogey. But you're 100 yards in the fairway on 10 and you make a double. That is something that is avoidable and he will fix. So shout out Keegan, 66, 68, two very, very steady rounds, gaining across the board, second in approach, 16th in putting. That is a formula for steady success. So I don't think Keegan's going to fade over the weekend, where I wouldn't be surprised if Adam Scott faded a tad more. Down the leaderboard, Alex Noren, 68, 66, more consistency, and he's a grinder. I can see him shooting 73 tomorrow, but then bouncing back on Sunday with like a 65 or no 66, somewhere in there to backdoor a T5. Pendy, everyone knows you play Pendy at elevation. Took a little stab at him top 5, I think 15-1 before the tournament started. And he's really playing well. The last time he played in Colorado was a T3 on the Corn Ferry Tour. He just keeps the good golf coming. He's finished top 5 in 2 of his last 3 starts, and it's showing again. And then the minus 60s, we got Corey, Sungjae, both guys 68, 67, who were just very steady. Surprised that Sungjae is losing on approach. That's very unlike Sungjae. And obviously, Corey Connors is playing well after I bet him last week, and he had like one of the worst ball striking stats of his season. I want to talk Colin because he's a bet that I want to make. He is absolutely striping the ball. He is ball striking hell out of it, 13th off the tee, 5th on approach. And I really like his top 10 number. You can currently get Colin top 10 for minus 115. I got Colin top 10 earlier in the round at plus 110 after he made one of those doubles or something like that. But I still think it's a fine profile. He's still in the mix to win this golf tournament. He can easily go out, not easily, but he can go out and shoot 63 with that profile that he's got. And like stupid mistakes, but I really like what I saw from him on this back 9 to make those birdies. He figured out something with the putter, and he looks really solid on the back 9. So hopefully he can get in there and make a ton of birdies. And because we got Colin at 16-1, I believe. Colin and Ludwig were my 2 picks from the top. And then also we have Akshay. I have 85-1 Akshay Bhatia. He's 4 under. I feel like this man's just leaving a lot out there. I want to look at his stat profile. Let me bring the screen back up for the Akshay. So Akshay 72, 68. I mean, maybe not. I mean, you can't be losing 3.5 on approach and expect to really score. Putting well, striping it off the tee. This is just concerning. Like, you're hitting all these fairways, you're striping it off the tee in the distance, but you're just missing greens. Like, that is not really exciting. So I would say obviously Ludwig's our best chance, but I like what I saw from Colin. Wyndham had a nice little presser. I want to see how he's hitting it though. Wow, he's losing 3.6 on approach, but leading the field off the tee. This is the driver putter Wyndham that we love to see though. Shout out Wyndham. So the first bet I made that I like, Colin Morikawa top 10. You can get it right now at minus 115. Let's get into the Max Homa thing, and then we'll get into another bet. So obviously you saw the Max Homa interaction yesterday. Tweet got 2 million views of me posting Siwoo calling Max unserious. And I saw the response to Max were a mix of both things. It was either everyone shitting on me or everyone like agreeing with what I said and shitting on Max. And I didn't respond for multiple reasons. I didn't want to like escalate the situation. And 2, like, game respects game. I'm going to shit on Max. He has every single right in the world to shit on me, and he would say the same thing. So it's just like a true no beef situation. But I do want to say, like, when it's all fun and games for Max Homa and he's playing great golf and he's having fun on Twitter, no one says anything. And then when he's playing bad golf, like, you got to expect to be gone at. Like, that's just how the world works. And I saw so many people responding to me like, "Oh, how much money do you make playing golf? Oh, what'd you shoot today?" What do you want me to say? Yeah. I just find it so funny when people defend pro athletes by their salary. Like, yeah, of course they're making a lot more money than you or I. They're a fucking professional athlete. But no beef to Max Homa. I'm a Max Homa fan, and like I'm just having fun. Like, the dude has the driver yips. The dude's had the driver yips for the last few months. And I'm just gonna take a jab at you. Like, it is funny, and like, he could take a jab right back at me. So it's a true no beef situation. I'm just having a little fun. And also, someone said, "Nice tweet, nice engagement farming." Isn't that what social media is? Like, yeah, I mean, yes, I do want people to see the tweet. Yes, I do want to engage with the rest of the world. Like, I just don't get why people say that the word, like, the truest, dumbest shit ever. But again, no beef. It's just my little vent on the Max Homa. So if you're watching this and you're wondering why I didn't respond, that's that. Let's find one more bet for you and then get out of here into the weekend. Justin Thomas. No, not Thomas Dietrich. Justin Thomas, you can get a top 20 on him for around 12-1. Yes, he's in 46th place. Yes, he's 4 over par, but he's putting almost as bad as everyone. And it's not a surprise that Justin Thomas is putting worse than everyone. He's a bad putter. But he's hitting the ball about field average, around 20th in ball striking. And he has no choice but to go low. Justin Thomas is on the outside looking in for that top 30. And we saw it happen last year when he got he needed to buck up and he went super low at the Wyndham and just missed the playoffs. I wouldn't be surprised if Justin Thomas went really low on tomorrow or Sunday, just to backdoor top 20, backdoor whatever, to make get enough FedEx points to make Eastlake. You're getting 12-1 on a Justin Thomas to finish inside the top 20. That is a really good number on a golfer who has all the makings to shoot a 65. He is a low scorer when he gets going, and when he gets into Justin Thomas scorched earth mode. And I could see it happening at random this weekend. So I think JT top 20, 12-1, Colin Morikawa top 10, 11-1, or sorry, -110 are two good plays heading into the weekend. Obviously, we got the sweats on Ludwig. We got some Colin. And then our Sahith matchups are looking okay. We faded Sahith in a few matchups. But he's not playing well either. But the guys that we faded him with aren't playing well either. So we'll see how it goes. The underdog has gone well. The content was awesome. Again, I appreciate the support. Let me know what you want to see from me heading forward, because this is how I make a living. This is what I do best. And again, appreciate you guys watching. I know it's only a few on a weekly basis, but we're growing by the event. So tune back into the show if you want to hear the Max Homer rant, if you want to hear some bets, and I'll catch you guys Monday for the Tour Championship content. Peace out.